This is a picture of throwing the ball from a 3.6 meter cliff. The free body diagram is down because the only force acting on the ball is gravity. The first thing we're going to calculate is hang time. T2 is going to stand for hang time, and it equals 1.01 seconds, which we got that by using the stopwatch. And then the next thing we're going to calculate is the time to the highest point. T1 is going to equal time to the highest point, and it equals 0.52 seconds. The first thing we're going to do is summation of forces in the x. The acceleration in the x direction is 0 because only gravity is pulling on, so that's in the y. The next thing we're going to do some summation, some forces in the y. And the only thing in the acceleration for it is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. And that's going to be the acceleration. You know, we probably look like donuts. This isn't actually that funny. At least we're having fun at the moment, you know.
You'll see a red line.
Okay, to calculate components in the x direction, x minus x naught is 7.58 meters, and we got that by using a meter stick. And then initial velocity in the x is what we're trying to find out. And then acceleration in the x is 0 because the only force acting on it is gravity. And then the hang time is 1.01 seconds because we got that by using the stopwatch. And then v final in the x we don't really care about. So to get that, we use x minus x naught equals initial velocity in the x times the hang time. We derive that, plug in our numbers, and that's what we get, 7.5 meters per second. All right, to calculate components in the y direction, we need all these 5. So this y minus y naught, we don't really need to find that out. And then VOY is what we're trying to find out. Acceleration in the y direction is negative 9.8 meters per second squared because that's the only thing that's acting, gravity is the only thing that's acting on the ball. And then time to the highest point is 0.52 seconds. And then v final in the y is 0 meters per second because when the ball is thrown, it rests, it goes to a rest, and then that's why it's 0. And then so we use v equals v0y plus acceleration times t squared. You plug in your numbers and derive it, and then you get 5.1 meters per second as your answer for v0y.
Okay, to determine how far from the base we are, we already measured that with the meter stick, but just to check our math, to find x minus x naught, which is displacement, obviously, we took v naught to the x, so our component, and t2, and we multiplied them to get 7.58, which is exactly what we measured. And you win.
All right, to find how fast before it hits, I use this equation, v squared equals v naught x squared plus b naught y squared. And then I plugged in my equation and derived it. And then I got velocity equals 9.07 meters per second. All right, to represent how fast before it hits, I drew this triangle. And this is velocity, final velocity. This is initial velocity in the x, and this is initial velocity in the y.
Okay, now to find how high relative to the cliff, we're going to take y minus y naught is equal to vt minus 1/2 a t1 squared. Yeah. And the velocity is 0 because it comes to a stop at the highest point. So you plug it in, and we get, for y minus y naught, we get 1.32 meters. And then, since it's relative to the cliff, we have to take the cliff's height and add it to the y minus y naught, so 1.32, and you get 4.92 meters. So, in conclusion, the hang time is equal to 1.01 seconds.
Time to the highest point would be 0.52 seconds.
How far from the base is
7.
58 meters? How fast before it hits the ground is 9.07 meters per second.
How high relative to the cliff would be 4.92 meters.
Aim for her head, aim for her head.
And what the hell? Oh, me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You. Hit you in. Hit you in. Dang it.
Oh my God!
So sorry, I'm so sorry.
The only one that
So sorry. So sorry, Ashlyn.
Oh my God!
in the video. Ow!
I'm so sorry.
And you wanted to stop. See, it's
so
fun,
sorry.
right? It's fun. It's scary as hell, but it's fun.
Obviously,
Here, Ashlyn, you get 2 more hits, and then, okay, you're throwing from now on, Ewan.
Why?
Because you can aim.
Okay, we'll say 3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I would have hit you.
Oh man, I didn't get the time. Sorry. No, Ashlyn didn't get it either, so.
Okay, you're catching it from now on. I can't do it anymore. It's scaring me. We've been recording, by the way.
You've been recording?
Yeah.
Okay,
we've been
good.
doing some dumb ass shit.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Do it again. So the camera. Oh, how'd you?
it's just like Back to the Future.
How did you do that?
Put one foot behind the other.
That's so cool. I tried to do it on the internet, but